Very good Monday morning to everyone out there. Happy start of New Year's week. Landon here with you to bring you your latest weather night forecast, courtesy of On Target. Getting a look out there, folks. We got some low-hanging stratus clouds, some patchy sprinkles continuing to impact the region. We had the active day yesterday with rounds of showers, some hail that was produced here across the Wobbles community. And you can take a look here this morning, folks, and we are keeping eyes on our next weather maker arriving out of the north and west. You can see we've got some northwest flow aloft here that's trying to bring in some clouds here out of the west. It's going to stay overcast throughout this morning with that patchy drizzle. With any luck, some breaks of sunshine this afternoon. But then this area of low pressure is going to be tracking down to the south and east, bringing likely rain and storm chances right back into the fold for us as we work into tonight, and then we progress on into our New Year's Eve. And then, folks, we are going to be shifting to a drastically colder pattern. Kicking things off across the region, the B.H. James Distiller Sky Cam down in Adairville, southern Logan County, showcasing the mist and the overcast skies down in that direction. Same can be said overlooking Morgantown. Peachtree News Sky Cam showcasing some dense fog out there, some spattered sprinkles and drizzle continuing to plague the region, and unfortunately, we're going to be dealing with that as we progress throughout this morning. Getting a look here across the region in regards to current readings, we are located right around the low to mid 40s region wide. We're going to be bumping highs up to right around the mid and upper 50s as we work into this afternoon. It's going to be even cooler tomorrow, folks, and then the bottom's going to get pulled out on those temperatures pretty much throughout the remainder of the week. We'll be getting more into this here in just a moment, folks, but we could be looking at our first winter storm on the horizon here as we finish out the upcoming weekend and roll into the early days of next week. Getting a look here, we got this little lobe of low pressure located over the Great Plains we were just looking at there on the surface map. That is going to continue to pull down to the south and east, and that is going to result in the rain chances returning as early as this evening and on into the overnight. Let's get a look at the latest model guidance, and we will break it down phase by phase for you. First and foremost, we work throughout the day, and then we get into tonight, folks, and this is whenever we're going to see the rain chances make a return. All right, here we are progressing into the pre-dawn hours of our Tuesday morning. This is how the surface map is going to appear. Well, we can get technology to cooperate with us here early this morning. And you can see that located right there. We are located right there where the black star has been placed. We're going to be south of the warm front, east of the cold front. That'll keep temperatures right around the 50-55 degree mark early on Tuesday. But folks, as we work throughout the day on Tuesday, those temperatures are going to fall with very breezy northwest winds on the magnitude of 25 to 35 miles an hour. As you can see here in the bold black lettering, likely rain chances join the low tonight into Tuesday. We might have to deal with a few rumbles of thunder, maybe some small hail along with that. But no severe weather is anticipated, but the much colder air is what is going to be set to follow. Let's go through the short range model guidance and we'll show you the breakdown. Got a few lingering mist and drizzle out there this morning. We work throughout the remainder of the day will be dry, and then as early as the pre-dawn hours of Tuesday morning, scattered light rain showers, a few rumbles of thunder come right back into the fold for us. This is valid for 1 a.m. Tuesday morning. You can see as we work throughout the day, scattered showers and storms are going to be present throughout, even though it doesn't look like it here with the reflectivity across our portion of the Wobbles community here across the great Commonwealth of Kentucky. The saturated layers in the lower part of the atmosphere looks like it'll be keeping some patchy drizzle around. We work throughout our Tuesday night and we get into the first day of 2025. Partly sunny skies making a return, but folks, those brisk northwest winds is going to result in much colder conditions across the region. Now let's switch gears and let's talk about what's in store after the Tuesday system gets out of here. We're looking at the 500 millibar level. We're talking 18 to 20,000 feet up above our head, and this is a temperature overlay for that level, all right? You can note here as we work throughout this morning, we've got the colder temperatures here along with this trough diving down out of the north and west. We look to moderate just a bit today, all right, as previously mentioned, and we get into Tuesday. And here comes that little low that we're keeping our eyes on tomorrow. Folks, keep your eyes up here off to the north and west after this low passes, because we are going to experience a drastic pattern shift with northwest flow aloft that's going to work in tandem with a trough developing over the Great Lakes and southern Canada. And this is going to be locking in a much colder air mass here across the region. You will note here as we work into Wednesday and then we get into Thursday, we're going to keep it cold. Folks, many of us might not even be escaping the mid and upper 30s for highs throughout this time frame. We may warm up just a bit as we work throughout the weekend, but folks, this is what we're watching and this is what we were previously talking about. We got this surface low that's going to develop over eastern Colorado, and if you all have been following along over any amount of time, in order for us to get a significant winter weather maker, we want that low to develop here, dive down, pick up all that Gulf moisture, and then crawl right up the spine of the Appalachian Mountains with us on the northwest side of the low, where the sub-freezing layer of air will reside. We want to pick up that moisture, we want to dump it on the northwest side of the low, and then we get copious amounts of snowfall that occurs with these particular weather setups. So take a look. Here we are looking at Sunday afternoon. We roll into Sunday night on into Monday morning, and current model members are split. The Euro is bringing the low slicing right across the Commonwealth of Kentucky. We've had the GFS that brings it across the deep south, which is a more favorable pattern for better chances at heavy snow to occur. So that's worth keeping eyes on, folks. But regardless, look as we get through the first 2 weeks of January. Look at that trough set up. That cold air is going to be locked in. If we can get any little low of disturbances in here, folks, it is likely that we will be experiencing some winter weather shenanigans with some frozen precipitation, right? Looking over the next 8 to 14 day period, we are layered up in a 80 to 90% probability of below average temperatures. So it definitely looks like we're going to get the cold locked in here. The question mark is going to be the pattern that we can get these weather makers to take. So I just want to take you through the end of this week into the start of next week and showcase what we are keeping and maintaining our eyes on. Here is our developing surface low. This sucker is going to drive down to the south and east, and as previously mentioned, the way the current models are set up, the low is too far north to bring us much in the form of frozen precipitation. But again, if we can get this low to displace a couple of 100 miles down to the south and then right up the spine of the Appalachian Mountains, this deformation band onto the north and west side of the low will be displaced right over the heart of the Wobbles community. That is the bullseye for where the heaviest snowfall will occur. So again, as previously mentioned, I'm a self-proclaimed snow lover. Keeping the digits crossed out there, folks. Hopefully we can get this to come to fruition, because I would love nothing more than to get a massive amount of snowfall on the ground. All right, let's get back towards reality here in the short term. And we're talking about total rainfall amounts as we work into tonight all the way through Tuesday night. We're going to be looking at an additional ½ inch to just over an inch of rainfall, depending upon the exact track of that surface low, here over the next 24 to 48 hours. And then after that, we're going to be going into the drier period with the colder air locking in, and then all eyes will be shifting on late this upcoming weekend on into the early days of next week. Here's a full 6-day forecast breakdown brought to you by Ohio Valley Insurance. Partly to mostly cloudy throughout today, especially this morning with the patchy drizzle and the overcast skies. With any luck, some breaks of sunshine this afternoon will hit right around the 60-degree mark. Low and mid-50s with more cloud cover and the scattered showers and few rumbles of thunder that impact us Tuesday. Again, folks, with temperature profiles throughout the atmosphere, might get a little bit of graupel or hail mixed in there as well. And then the cold gets locked in. Upper 30s, lower 40s throughout your first day of 2025. We'll bump up between the low and mid 40s on Thursday underneath partly sunny skies. Upper 30s, lower 40s Friday. And then we have that next weather maker that we're all keeping our eyes on. Highs on Saturday afternoon, low to mid 30s. Overnight Saturday night down to 22 with the possibility of some rain and snow chances creeping in. as early as Saturday night. Folks, whenever we deal with winter weather makers, we usually have a difficult time getting the cold locked in before it arrives. But it looks with this current pattern, we're going to have the colder pattern that's already in place before that next weather maker arrives. That's why we're feeling a little bit more confident than usual with the opportunity of this bringing some snowfall across Wobbles country. Folks, it's going to wrap up your Monday morning Weather or Not forecast, brought to you by On Target. You all take care of yourselves and each other. Have a fantastic